Okay, race fans, let's talk about a big Saturday afternoon here at Delaware Park. The temperature was nice in the upper 80s, no rain, mostly sunny. The main track was fast, the turf was firm. We had those two nice carryovers, over 30,000 for the early pick 5 starting race 1, over 48,000 for the middle pick 5 starting race 3. So we had all kinds of action for you on Saturday. Let's get right to the action here. Race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5 with that carryover. They bet over 200,000 into the early pick 5 on Saturday. Race 1, we're going 5 furlongs on the main track. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 2-year-old fillies in race 1. Let's go to the voice at Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of Saturday's opener.
Away and running. The long shot pinged first. Mom Estorina breaks right on cue. Good speed from Pichu, one from the inside, and Little Miz Can't Be Wrong fires out 3 paths deep. Olivia's Girl came away a handy 4th in front of Emer, who has 1 beaten, and Del Cap Alice was the last one in and the last one away. So these two ladies take their cat fight to the 3.5 furlong pole, and Pichu has the upper hand and leads by a head. Little Miz Can't Be Wrong trying to eyeball that speed from second. Mom Estorina outrunning those long shot odds and is eager to go at the 5/16 pole, and Olivia's Girl is wide in 4th. Here's the quarter pole in the first of the day, and Pichu continues to fight everyone off. Little Miz Can't Be Wrong takes the fight to her, and these two swing to the top of the stretch, and Pichu kicks away with authority and leads by 3. Little Miz Can't Be Wrong is a stagnant second, and Olivia's Girl is weakening up the inside, but if you back the 3, go to the windows, you'll be the first in line. First of the day at 7-2. Pichu scores the winning run. Olivia's Girl is trying to hold on for second. That's a close photo between Del Cap Alice, and Emer rallied to 4th.
PQ, a 2-year-old daughter of Painter, breaks her maiden today in her 3rd career start for owner-trainer John Salzman Jr. Nice ride there, JG Torrealba. PQ goes off 7-2 and paid $9.60. Congratulations to all the winning connections there of PQ. A nice winner there in race 1. Race 2 would kick off the early pick 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the main track, 16,000 starter allowance for Philia mares here in race 2. Let's check out the action here from the second.
Away and running. It was a good even start. Step Lightly was the first one to go. Greyhound Station showing good early toe, so the long shot leads in the first half furlong. Antonici Girl is right there too in that 3rd place position, headed by Thunder in Paris, and Few Correas last of all. So it's Greyhound Station to poke that gray head in front and leads them past the 4 furlong pole with a confident lead. Step Lightly protects that rail position in second, and with those pink blinkers, Thunder in Paris looms up to the both of them. Trying to chase in that 4th place position. Here comes Few Carrera with an upset chance, and now Antonici Girl is dropped away to the tail. A 1/4 mile to go, and Greyhound Station shows them the way, and it's 3/4 of a length. Battling on is Thunder in Paris on the outside, and deep on the track is Few Correa as they turn for home. And Few Correa has outside momentum. Agata past Thunder in Paris and Greyhound Station. Antonici Girl is closing with good energy too. 4 across the track, 100 yards from home. And here's Few Correa with that outside momentum to hit the front. Antonici Girl battles for the balance, but it's Few Correa's win. Second went to Antonici Girl. Greyhound Station 3rd. Thunder in Paris 4th.
Vu Correa wins for trainer Bruce Kravitz and jockey Gabriel Ramos. 3-year-old filly by Clint goes off 5-2 and pays $7.60. She's now a 3-time winner from 5 starts. Nice win there by Vu Carew in race 2. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 would start that big middle pick 5 with the carryover over 48,000. They bet over 215,000 new money into the middle pick 5 starting race 3. We're going 5 furlongs on the firm turf course, rail at 17 feet, 25,000 starter allowance here for 3 and up. Let's see what happens here in race 3.
Away and running. Good inside speed from Sandu Hawk today. But there goes Up For It. True to form so far. Colonel Bob is also getting closer, and deep on the track, Gambe Forte tries to close in. Just for the Money came away in fifth in front of Hawkstone. The one who was towing in the gate was Cativo Vergazzo, and Zingala's King is last of all. So Sandu Hawk blazes the trail around the far turn, but the rail's wide open for Up For today, and she finds a saloon passage up the fence. Gambe Forte is one length down, and the back markers are closing in, including Just for the Money and Cativo Vergazzo. Heads turn for home, and Up For It hugs that corner like a train on tracks, and she's shot away by 2 open lengths. Sandu Hawk has nowhere to give. Just for the Money's the only threat right now, and Up For It turning the tables on the boys so far, 3-1. Up For It is nicely clear, leg weary but holding. Up For It has won it. Second, Photo between Colonel Bob and Just for the Money. Sandu Hawk weakened late.
Up For It, the 5-year-old mare by More Than Ready. She beats the boys in race 3 for Runnymore Racing and trainer Michael Matz. Nice ride there. Julio Hernandez on the 5-year-old mare, now a 3-time winner. She went off 3-1 and paid $8.20 to win race 3. Let's turn the page here. Race 4 would kick off the late pick 5. Nice maiden special weight for 2-year-olds going 6 furlongs here in the 4th. Let's see what happens.
Away and running, slow to go is Code of Silence. Good speed from Minister Confessor today. She beats everyone off the mark. Mr. Roscoe showing good early speed, and Rock Get It was right there too. So the two ladies are 1-2, as Minister Confessor has a length and a half lead. Rock Etiquette came away in second, and Mr. Supreme looms large already at the 4.5, and a gap of a length and a half down to Ragin' Cajun. Mr. Roscoe heads 1, which is Let's Go Lando, and that one is headed by Code of Silence. Around the bend of the 3.5, and Rock Etiquette strikes the front, but on the outside, Mr. Supreme continues this dominant threat on the far outside. And here comes Code of Silence, that lime green cap on the far outside. So as they loom towards the quarter pole, Rock Etiquette has her back up against the ropes. Mr. Supreme is trying to press on past, and Code of Silence trying to go from worst to first as they turn for home. Mr. Supreme catapults off the turn and leads by a long neck. Rock Etiquette is running a tough race against the rail. These two are 1-2, and Mr. Supreme has the other hand. Rock Etiquette is trying hard and chasing in vain. Late on the scene is Code of Silence and Let's Go Lando. But at 8-5, Mr. Supreme has won it. Getting up for second was Code of Silence over Rock Etiquette, and Let's Go Lando was fourth.
Mr. Supreme, the 2-year-old by First Mondays, a young Curlin sire. Mr. Supreme breaks his maiden today for trainer Jose Corrales. Nice ride there, Angel Rodriguez. Mr. Supreme went off 8-5 and paid $5.40 to win race 4. Race 4 was named after a special friend to Delaware Park. We all know him as Flowers, the jockey agent, Mario Flowers. Race 4 was the memorial race for Mario Flowers. He had all his friends and family out there. Big picture in the winner's circle. Great to see all the friends and families for Mario Flowers out here today for race 4. Our condolences once again to all his family and friends. Mario Flowers was a great guy. All right, let's turn the page here. Race 5 would kick off the late pick 4. Big field on the turf here in race 5. 7.5 furlongs on a firm turf course. Maiden special weight for filly mares 3 and up. Let's see what happens here in race 5.
Away and running, nice start. Good speed from the outside from Tailored for Joy and Izzy Sweet Girl. There's the rail speed of Midnight Prowler, who's already on hold. And Radiant Jones came away in fourth. Chloe's Baker's in between rivals with Magica. And deep on the track is Commemorative in front of 2 rivals early, which is Sweet 443. And that one was passed by Lady Vintage. 6 furlongs to go, and Izzy Sweet Girl is nice and relaxed and shows the way by 1.5 lengths. Tailored for Joy is a settled second, and 2 of them chase the top 2 with 5 furlongs left to go. Radiant Jones is off the fence, and Midnight Prowler has a ground-saving trip in third. There's a gap of a length and a half back to the white cap of Commemorative, and Chloe's Banker scrapes the paint. Magica has a nice run through on the inside and grabs fifth in a blink of an eye. Lady Vintage is 5 paths deep, and Sweet 443 is last of all. So Izzy Sweet Girl continues to show them the way with 3 furlongs out and leads by only a length. Midnight Midnight Prowler's on the prowl indeed in second. Tailored for Joy is right there too. Radiant Jones is wide and out of trouble. Magica's crying out for room, and Chloe's Banker tries to pass that one. Chances galore at the 3/16 pole. Izzy Sweet Girl hugs that corner sweetly, but they're quickly closing in. They're homeward bound. Izzy Sweet Girl leads by one. Here comes Magica late on the scene. Midnight Prowler's in for the fight. Deep on the track is Tailored for Joy, and it's still Izzy Sweet Girl running a massive race today. Izzy Sweet Girl has prevailed to beat out Magica, Tailored for Joy, and Midnight Prowler.
The 4-year-old Irish-bred filly Izzy Sweet Girl by Kodiak. She breaks her maiden today for trainer Brett Brinkman. Nice ride there, Kevin Gomez. Izzy Sweet Girl goes all the way at 5-2 and paid $7 to win race 5. If you hit that big early pick 5 on Saturday, it wasn't too tough. You had a $9 horse, $7 horse, $8 horse, $5 horse, and a $7 horse. And the early pick 5 paid over $1,100. It paid $1,156.20. Congratulations if you had that. Let's turn the page here. Race 6 would kick off the final pick 3 of the day. Nice group of 5,000 starter allowance runners here, 3 and up. We're going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Let's see what happens here in race 6.
Away and running. Good even start for Looking at Roses today. Tub Tib Siam is right there too, and Grand Andrews now gets the early lead with a circuit to go. Candy for Carmel is a little wide, and Ascendance was a little slow into stride, but only 3 lanes would cover the lot. Around the first turn they go. Tub Tib Siam shows them the way, and it's a long neck at best. Grand Andrews is right there in a race that sees no pace whatsoever. And Looking at Roses is wide for the backstretch run. There's 2 of them chasing the trio. On the far outside, Candy for Carmel shelters forth with Ascendance as they leave the 6 furlong pole behind. So Tub Tib Siam, going as slow as he can, shows the way, and only a neck at best. And Grand Andrews sizes up the leader in second, and Looking at Roses is right there too, as this will be a full throttle sprint for home. Ascendance already coming under a bit of a loose rein in 4th, and Candy for Carmel hasn't moved yet. They're in program order with 4 furlongs to go. Tub Tib Siam continues to lead, but has been shadowed throughout by Grand Andrews and Looking at Roses as they pick up velocity. On the outside, Candy for Carmel now grabs 4th, and Ascendance is still last of all. They turn again. Tub Tib Siam is trying to hold that posse in pursuit. Grand Andrews in between rivals. Looking at Roses in the thick of it too, and these 3 take their match race past the quarter pole. We're Looking at Roses as the first one to play its hand. Grand Andrews tries to stick and stay. Tub Tib Siam calls it a day. They're homeward bound, and Looking at Roses has now built a winning break of 1 length. Grand Andrews has no response in second. Moving into third is Candy for Carmel, with Ascendance in the concluding stages. 3-5 was spot on here. Looking at Roses has won it. Grand Andrews was second. Third's a photo between Candy for Carmel and Tub Tib Siam.
The 9-year-old still has it. Looking at Roses by Looking at Luck. He gets his 17th lifetime win, his 3rd win this year as a 9-year-old. He's now close to $500,000 in career earnings. Congratulations to all the winning connections of Looking at Roses, trained by Lupe Preciado. Jockey Julio Hernandez gets his 2nd win of the day there in race 6 on Looking at Roses. That horse went off 3-5 and paid $340. Let's take a look at race 7, another big field on the turf to kick off the late double. We're going a mile 70 yards on a firm turf course. 25,000 starter allowance here for filly and mares 3 and up. Let's see what happens here in race 7.
Away and running. Slow to go is Racy Ruby. The first one to ping was Stern Chaser. Next to that one on the inside is Lady Out of the Blue, and that one was quickly passed by Racy Ruby with the red cap. And deep on the track is Atlas Strong. Princess Japonica sits in that 3rd place position in front of Memphis Showboat. Lady Out of the Blue drops away to be 3rd last with Mia Tosca, and Don't Tell Kelly's last of all. Around the first of 2 left turns to go, and Stern Chaser is at the head of the group, passing the 6 furlong pole with a length-and-a-half lead, and 2 of them chase intently in second. Racy Ruby rides the rail, and Atlantis Strong is to the outside, a clear-cut third. Princess Javonica in the yellow cap is just headed by Lady Out of the Blue, and Mia Tosca is making a big move on the far outside in that red cap in fourth. Memphis Showboat still on hold, and Don't Tell Kelly would have to pass the other 7. But Stern Chaser lets it out a notch with 4 furlongs to go and leads by 2 1/4 lengths. Racy Ruby's on the prowl in second, and Atlas Strong is right there creeping closer too. Mia Tosca continues to pick him off one by one while Lady Out of the Blue is in traffic. Princess Javonica's behind a wall of speed. Memphis Showboat tries to show up late, and Don't Tell Kelly's last of all. Here's the quarter pole, and Stern Chaser continues to lead, and chasing sweetly is Race Ruby as they turn to the top of the stretch. Stern Chaser's the first one to kick for home, and kicks away with a confident lead of 3. Racy Ruby is in full tilt trying to press on past, and Mia Tosca's right there too. Here's the final 100 yards at 8-1. Stern Chaser still has a sizable lead. Memphis Showboat bursts with Racy Ruby. Stern Chaser led him all the way around the track to win. To beat Racy Ruby, Memphis Showboat, Mia Tosca weakened late with Princess Javonica.
Stern Chaser, the 6-year-old mare, goes coast to coast at 8-1 to give Runnymore Racing and trainer Michael Matz their second win of the day. Stern Chaser also gives jockey Julio Hernandez his 3rd win of the day. The 6-year-old mare, now a 4-time winner. She paid $18.60 to win race 7. Let's take a look at the 8th and final race on Saturday. 5,000 starter allowance race for filly and mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs. Let's see what happens here in the Saturday finale.
Away and running. Slow to go was Waterloo Rose. Good speed towards the outside for R. Avery Lynn and Rita Book. They break 1-2 and a break of a length and a half down to Anonymously, who chimes in that 3rd place position. Divine Romance now is in that mid-flight division. And on the inside is Creative Copy to head Waterloo Rose, as those are the principals early on. And the one who's tailed off badly is Little Crybaby. Around the turn to the 3.5, and Rita Book makes a break for it and leads by 3. But R. Avery Lynn takes up the chase in second. Anonymously stays towards that rail in third, and Divine Romance tries to close in. Deep on the track is Waterloo Rose after a slow start, and nothing from Creative Copy or Little Crybaby. There's a 1/4 mile from home, and Rita Book still leads, but the leads dwindle to a long neck at best. R. Avery Lynn goes very wide, but has momentum, and Divine Romance is closing in 2. Heads turn for home, and Rita Book kicks again and shows the way by 2. Now Divine Romance is late on the scene. R. Avery Lynn had a chance and flattened out, but at 7-2, close to the finish, Rita Book's home free, and Rita Book has won it. Divine Romance was second, R. Avery Lynn was third, and Anonymously was fourth.
The 6-year-old mare by Uncaptured, Rita Book, now a 7-time winner. She wins for trainer Victor Carrasco Jr. and jockey Jose Batista. Rita Book goes off 7-2, paid $9.20. The late pick 5 on Saturday paid $531. That middle pick 5 paid $968. Congratulations if you had some nice pick 5 scores Saturday here at Delaware Park. Thanks to all our horsemen, fans, and bettors for joining us on Saturday. The handle was strong, over 2.2 million in handle. So thanks again to everybody for supporting us on Saturday. I'll start studying for Wednesday. We have a big card, bunch of big fields next Wednesday. Hopefully we'll have some nice weather and be on the turf. Thanks again for joining us on Saturday, and we hope to see you next Wednesday.